Can I hear the music?
Boom, 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 boom. YouTube live. Boom, 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 boom. Dum, 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 dum. I'm waiting on the real beat to drop.
Y'all can't hear the music, but I promise you the music going on.
Yeah. Scalpers.
What up, though?
Wednesday. Hump day. Man, it's going down right now. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We got the Facebook Live cracking at the very, very moment. Got a lot
before they big games at the end of the year. Hold up, before we get real deep into this, I need to throw out prayers out to one of my homeboys back home.
Yeah, man.
My man's Ainsley Morrell, known this dude for over 20 years through my friends that went to school with, met they whole block, they hood. Passed away last week after emergency open heart surgery. So I just want to say prayers up to his family, to all my people over off Robeson, Finkel, Lance, Ty, everybody. I think his wake was today. I think the funeral's tomorrow. Getting checked out, making sure, if you get into the doctor, getting checked out, heart issues, blood pressure issues, anything. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't wait. Get in there, get checked out, get it taken care of. Yeah. That way you can, if you can catch it early enough, you can treat it and overcome it. Key thing, like I say, as soon as I found out Fonte Expensive Jeans went straight to my head.
Oh, man.
And line of young people be dying to vote nigga shit. And we're all 30, late mid-30s, past 40, going into that range. And what we used to think of as old people, things that old people pass from, we're, for a lot of people, we are the old people now. Yeah. Or we're approaching the old, people look at us like we're old. Yep. So it's like, just kind of get out there for real. Get out there, get checked, take care of your bodies, do what you got to do. If you got to make changes, make sacrifices. Do what you got to do, just because, like I say, certain things, when you hearing people in a certain age bracket and they're leaving this world early for some of these things, you be like, damn, that you never thought would, I'm this age, it's not going to happen to me. And that's what all of us think. It ain't going to happen to me. So, yeah, just take care of that. And then also make it easy on the people around you so we can enjoy each other until the golden years. We want to see those. So I agree with that. And then just stay active, cut back on a lot of the, we go do some bad shit. We gonna do that. That's okay. Everything in moderation. Hell yeah. And just knowing what you're doing. So absolutely. Yeah, definitely prayers out to that whole fam. And that when I saw the picture that Lance posted, and then that was like, yeah, like that was weeks ago. Y'all was just all out. Yeah, so like I said, one of the pictures, that's how my boy Ty, who's actually getting married this weekend, salute Ty. It's a picture of him and Ainsley we're at the pool, we're at rehab in the cabana, and I looked at the picture and I was like, damn, I took this picture. Yeah. And I was like, but in my caption it was like the picture, the face that they're making in the picture is what it's all about. Them dudes just friends for life, friends forever. They genuinely happy, celebrating next man's happiness, and that's what that's in the end. That's what it's about. You getting out there, getting with your people, and making memories. So absolutely
living your best life.
There it is.
There you go. And in that in that regard, that's the beauty of why we do this. In the midst of tough weeks and living and paying bills and going to work and this and that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we use this.
It definitely is therapy.
We push. That's it. That's the bottom line. So, we saw Sherrod. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep lawyering
Shout
up.
out Sherrod.
Yeah,
we
man.
miss you.
You keep
we
doing.
Was out there.
Lions your Perry Mason on.
Lion gamed up.
Yeah,
we was there.
The black.
I lose that game. We'll go.
Oh, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. Entertaining game though, but we gonna get into that.
For some reason, I got a feeling that like she's gonna find a way to prop up that. I can't even hate on Dak though, because
that made the damn biggest.
That
difference.
is family.
I
What you
throw,
will
though.
learn
Dog,
about
yeah,
me
that throw
can't
and
that I'm
no, he can't
loyal.
throw, but
Oh,
the
no, save it. No, everybody save it. We
Okay.
gonna get to it. Don't y'all
While
worry.
we
Y'all
are
press
in
it
our
real hard.
moments of silence, we always start off. Wade Sims at LSU
yes,
was murdered this past
Senseless.
weekend.
Crazy.
LSU basketball player, his father also played at LSU, teammates with Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow.
And I think he was going to his junior year, or this is his junior year.
I think
And
so.
he was actually breaking up, from what the reports say, he was breaking up a fight with another friend. They were hanging out at Southern. He goes to LSU. If you know anything about Baton Rouge, LSU on one side of town, you got Southern on the other side of town.
Mhm.
And it's Southern's homecoming this weekend. So, of course, the kids from LSU hanging out at Southern.
Yeah.
And I guess his friend got into a fight with another guy, and he jumped in it initially, because I watched the video for as much as I could handle. I watched the video because the video actually shows him getting shot.
Oh damn!
But I watched the video, and he jumps in initially to break up the fight with the friend, and then like 5 other dudes come, and he like held up against 5 dudes, but that 5th dude had a gun. And so he couldn't take a butt kick. You know, these kids can't take ass whooping, and they shoot now. So the 5th, the last guy that he was fighting just shot him, and it's sad. He was 20, like really literally at the beginning of your life,
Yep.
and had his life snuffed out. And so our thoughts and prayers are also with the LSU family as well.
Oh my God, yeah, and we saw that.
Yeah,
Wow.
we were at the owner's box,
There we go.
and they had it because the LSU game was the next day, and they had his
Exactly.
Yeah,
picture
they
and
did
stuff on
the
the
dedication.
Jumbo
to him.
Jumbotron.
yeah, on the board. Yeah.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking just to see, and it's, you know,
To hear how it happened, you like really, dog, like over some dumb shit.
so now
Which is always how it is. It's always
It's
over
always
some-
something
it's
like
always
that.
over
Oh,
some
ain't no
dumb
question.
shit,
It's
but-
very rarely where I'm defending myself against 5 guys and I have a legal gun on me,
Yeah.
and my life was threatened. They
Right.
wouldn't stop beating me. It's so very seldom to be
that happens.
particular
That rarely
case.
happens.
So now this big idiot, whoever this other
They
guy
arrested
is,
him, and
he's
it's
done.
So
Yep.
odd.
He's done.
This is him.
He's done.
He don't even look like he can fight.
He don't.
That's why he got the gun on.
His friends are done. They're an accessory.
Oh yeah, I saw him.
They're an
Yeah.
accessory.
Yeah.
They're involved in a fight against the victim.
Right.
They're pursuing the victim. I got a friend of mine in high school. He was an accessory to a murder robbery. 8 years. Done.
Oh shit.
You were there and active in it.
You know who really got to feel like crap out of the whole thing? The friend he was helping. Because his friend was actually the one that was fighting. He jumped out the car to help his friend, like to get his
Yeah.
friend out the fight.
I think that's that survivor's remorse type situation of
Yeah.
like, damn, he helped me and lost his life
And
helping
now
me.
he got to live with all
He gotta live
that.
with that.
He let
for
him
the
live with
rest of
that.
his life.
Right.
Not to mention all the families affiliated.
Right.
Yeah.
All that because there's one dummy.
Right.
So now all this ripple effect is about to happen because of this idiot.
Yep.
So stay safe. Use your conflict resolution skills to the best of your abilities, everybody.
Man,
And
put it like
we
this.
go keep it
It's so
moving.
sad.
It ain't
I was beyond sad. Yeah.
your ego or even your pride. That shit is not worth it, dog. And we all done been in situations, especially as guys when we've been in school, and especially in college.
Mhm.
Not me. I only fight cute girls. Like literally, if you are not cute, I'm not about to fight you. You can argue and bump your gums all you want to.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
about to fight
So are you
because
trying-
both of us got something to lose. So
Okay.
cute girls, ain't nobody gonna get murdered or hurt or nothing like that. Both of us got something to lose. You know,
That's
I don't fight
logic.
ugly chicks.
That's
Wow.
That's
wild.
logical.
So I don't know
That's
what y'all got
logical.
involved
So
in.
you
but
don't fight the girl with the little ponytail.
Absolutely not.
Cause you already know she with the shit.
She ain't got nothing to lose.
Absolutely
She
not.
like, yo,
I do.
She damn ain't got no
everything.
hair to lose.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I feel you.
Or somebody already been cut up a couple of times. Absolutely
No,
not.
not today.
I-
Not today.
I
Yeah,
done been
whatever
in,
it
I
was
done been
we
in some of
fighting
them scraps that didn't escalate and it was like, this was dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb
in the
as
moment
shit,
it
man.
wasn't, but I look back,
Dumb as shit.
you know, fighting in Canada, dumb
Dumb
shit like
as
that.
shit,
I fought
man.
I fought in a foreign country.
You do everything on your own level. Do everything. Everybody involved need to be on the same level you on because all y'all got the same thing to lose. That's important. That's what I teach my child.
Now, let's get into some actual sports. NBA basketball is in preseason.
Yeah.
It's good to see some of these rookies get out there and just, you know, just kind of get a feel for the faster pace in real life.
Have seen none of it.
Oh well, no.
I mean,
I'm not watching it.
I've seen highlights. Like I watched the me and Nick. We watched the we were watching the
game.
We were watching the Lakers that first night.
Yes.
LeBron came back against Denver, and I mean they got curb stomped, but it's preseason.
Say curb stomp.
Yeah, but it's also preseason, so it doesn't really matter.
Nah, it's all about reps right now.
What we noticed was that JaVale McGee done lost a hell of a lot of weight.
That's a good thing.
No,
that's a good thing.
No, he looks like skinnier than Kevin Durant now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I know one thing that always plagued big fellas is having sometimes too much weight on you.
But he wasn't big. He wasn't big.
He wasn't big, but we don't know what's big for him.
No. Them old Washington JaVale McGee days, that's maybe big. What he was in Golden State, he's a 7-footer with some muscle mass on him. Now he looks like super skinny.
This is what we got to always remember too. That brother in L.A., that brother messed around and got him a nutritionist and meal planning, and his food probably clean as hell. You and I both know the cleaner you eat, that fat shreds so quick, especially if you practicing like that. So it's probably
true.
And it could be a transition because
you want to see how it's going to affect his game. I mean, he gonna get up the court a lot faster, but
he might very well. His weight may not have changed. You know that too. Lean muscle, all that good stuff.
He's still the same size. He probably
he
just like if you look at it, he just looks super.
I agree.
We was about me and Nick.
I thought I was watching like a highlight from the 70s. I was like, these mugs.
Yeah, I did not like
look little as hell.
They do look
shorts
little.
are shorter.
Yeah, they short.
They're young.
McGee was skinnier, and then Ingram was out
socks
there.
Up to their knees. Like, y'all whack.
And then LeBron, he always cut weight, but he bigger anyway. But he cut weight.
Man, can I get the early 2000s, late 90s back? Of
they
shorts.
was skinny in the late 90s. Oh, you talking about the shorts?
Of uniforms. I mean,
they got baggy by that point. Everybody was baggy by that point.
I get some baggy? Can I get baggy?
That was back in the early 2000s.
Late 90s, early 2000s, everybody was baggy. Everybody was baggy. Yeah, everybody was baggy. Hell, they was damn near stopping. They would stop play like when they waiting on the free throw line and say, you got to tuck your shirt in. You got to tuck your shirt in. You got to tuck your shirt in. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I know. I'm old. I'm get off my lawn.
Yep. And then my man Brian Wilson, what's up, Brian? He said, yeah, he still might have a grown man strength. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think it's gonna be.
But he still got 3 tails in the back of his head.
Yeah, we're not going. I don't think we gonna be able to. We got to sneak up on him. Somebody got to sneak up on him.
I mean, he represent Flint.
That's a whole.
I'm saying that on purpose.
Another thing
that he represent Flint.
That's a whole.
He got 3 tails in the back of his head.
That's some Flint shit. That's some Flint shit. And you don't be questioning nobody from Flint. You just leave them. You just let them be Flint.
I was about to make a comparison, but seeing where we live, I don't need that smoke in the streets.
I do it. These Negroes down here in Dallas be wearing that booty in the back.
The Dallas shag.
The Dallas shag.
I hate this haircut so much.
Tell you something about this haircut. When I see a brother that have it and he up in Plano, I was like, you too far north, my brother. They gonna rest your ass.
Got that Dallas shag. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like,
you know what be the killer? The shit be having sheen in it and it got some
they be stunned.
Gloss to it.
They be stunned with it.
And be brush waves. You look at them straight ahead, you like, my man got a nice little cut. Some waves and shit. You get back here.
Like, whoa, what happened back there?
You get back there, it look like somebody punched him in the face and his head just poofed out.
They got this shit right here on the
shit
back.
Like a microphone
muff.
He got a microphone muff.
That haircut is so awful. I don't know who even said, like, you know what, let me try.
Hey, man.
Brian said, yeah, the Dallas shag, like, what did he say?
Miss.
James Conner from the Steelers. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I didn't know he had that.
Oh, shit. He do.
Fuck out of here, James Conner. I love you, boy, but God bless him, man. And you can't say nothing bad about
James Conner. It's a miss. Yes, you can. You can say if he got the shag,
you can say something about his haircut, but that's about it. Yeah, that's all you can do.
That's a miss.
Like I say,
young man beat cancer and made a professional football squad. He's pretty.
Yeah, dog.
You got to lay off the brother.
He bought out game 1. So look, at that point, all his goodwill, we can talk about his shag.
We can. We can. We could definitely talk about the shag. The shag ain't had cancer.
But back to
the shag is free reign, goddamn.
Yeah, the shag is new.
The shag new as fuck. That shag healthy. True. That shag gonna get roasted.
Okay, back. This shag is gonna get roasted because I'm not finna sit there and act like it's okay.
I love Dallas though.
I do love Dallas.
We live here.
I do love Dallas. I've come back for the 3rd time.
Yeah, you have. Mm-hmm. we happy you back.
Third chances are the charm. But yeah, the NBA is getting off, and everybody got the first look at LeBron in the Lakers jersey. Looks good to me. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his family.
Yeah.
Shit, his kids are even getting better. Shit, one of his sons, I forget.
Well,
which
I don't
one.
think the second one plays ball, right? Does
Yeah, he do.
the second one does?
Yeah.
I always hear them talking
He
about
just younger.
the first one.
He just younger. So
he's a few years apart, like 3-4 years apart.
Like he's there.
Like
Like
that.
he's been like depending on kind of what point of their lives are, they've been on the same team. But Bronny is that guy.
Yeah. He's next level.
Yeah,
he's playing with high school
Like
kids.
I've been hearing about him. My
For a
homeboy
while.
my homeboy back home.
We've been hearing about
his
him for a while.
son plays AAU basketball, so they've been at the same tournaments, and he'd be like, "Dog, it'd be crazy."
There's a chance that LeBron will play with his son.
Depending on how much longer LeBron play, yeah. And I think LeBron may hold on just for that to see if he can, if his son can get into the league, because now they've eliminated the whole. You won't after. I think next year you won't have to sit out a year. You can go straight from high school again.
Right.
So
he probably don't need to go straight from high school just to play with his daddy though, because
Man.
he's smaller.
Look,
But again,
Trust
like
me.
he said, his skill wise, he may be okay.
I think he's still well. We talking about.
He don't have
his
LeBron's
daddy.
body.
but you also got to remember,
LeBron ain't
at
had
this
LeBron's
point, he
body
like
until like the 10th grade.
he like 12 now though, so he still
No,
got.
he's like a teenager.
He may he's like 13.
Yeah, he's
barely.
13.
He played with teenagers.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
may be
thing.
13. So but he still got that 4 year of high school to hit that growth spurt.
Okay. See,
and
I'm
then
thinking
hit
that
the,
he's already in high school because they were saying that he was going to be playing on the same team with Shaq's son until he came with had the heart issue, and Shaq's son is in high school.
Oh no, Shaq's son is in college.
So is this a
UCLA.
separate?
I mean Shaq, but you remember Shaq got like 12 kids or something.
Oh yeah.
But no,
Yeah, Shauna was speeding
Shaq's
things
oldest
up.
son. I mean, not his oldest. I think.
So maybe it was a different son.
Yeah.
He was going to be playing
Probably.
high school.
But
ball with?
it's the school that they're at. It's a couple NBA kids who got their kids there. Like Scottie Pippen kid might be there, or like
Kind
somebody.
of the way the league is going in general.
Yeah, but
lot of
no,
dudes' sons
Shaq's
coming
son
from there.
actually he signed with Arizona last year, and then when Arizona went through their whole, they bag man situation came out.
That shit was nasty.
I thought he went to UCLA.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was initially was going to sign with Arizona. The bad man situation happened for DeAndre Ayton. And then he transferred. Then he decided to sign with UCLA. But now he's sitting out this year because he has a heart condition.
Right, I read about
So
that
he's
this
gonna sit out this year. So yeah, but
Good-
he
it's a
signed with
benefit for
UCLA.
him. Ain't no need to rush. You ain't even hurt for no money. Go ahead and just get your
Yeah.
body intact, and everything's beautiful. You go get out there and ball, and he's gonna play well. He's gonna play.
I seen
He's
some
gonna be
highlight tapes from
impactful.
him. I think he's gonna do very well. He's gonna need to pick up some weight.
It depends on what position he plays. I mean, yeah, he gonna need to
He's
pick up weight
wiry.
regardless.
He's
Yeah,
gonna need to pick up some weight. He can't take no contact at the weight
Nah.
that he's at right now.
he'll get in there. Shaq can get in there. Get
I
him,
don't think
get
that'd
him,
be hard.
get him in the weight room and hit him with all them Shaqisms. You see here, you got to get him on your back.
We just hope that all of these sons that we're talking about are much better than Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah, no joke.
Boy, that goddamn Marcus and Jeffrey. Boy,
That shit was tragic.
Jeffrey was fine.
No,
Jeffrey was-
no. Jeffrey was the older one.
Oh my bad, my
Marcus
bad.
was
Marcus
okay.
was
Not
good
Reggie
one.
Thea's son. I'm sorry, Reggie Thea's son.
I wasn't gonna go there.
You always got the.
Yes.
Look at here,
Schooler.
Juanita.
We don't know for facts.
We don't know for facts, but the running joke / rumor / urban myth.
Yeah.
30 years before fucking social media
This T I ain't got.
is because Reggie Theus and Jordan played on the Bulls at the same time. If
Early
Juanita,
80s.
early 80s.
Really, she
Juanita
is.
was hot. First of all,
She always has. been.
Juanita was always
a
has
pretty
been. She
girl.
beautiful, nah, shit. And that was what came out of that rumor. Is why Reggie Theus was no longer on the Bulls and went to the Kings. I
Yeah,
think
the
he went
Kings
to
or
the
the
Kings
Nets.
right after that. And then, but sometimes when it's a media say, and Reggie Theus was a producer. He wasn't just out there to fucking be there. So they said it was a rumor he was dating Juanita first, and then that was what that's Reggie
Then
Theus'
his bag
baby.
one long enough.
Now here's the other thing. Goddamn, Jeffrey got all his hair too, and it's wavy. I swear, dog. I'm just telling you. I'm just using context clues at this
He
point.
just was not very good.
And he wasn't that great.
Yeah,
He
that's
walked,
horrible.
he walked on to Illinois. He got to play in the Jordan. All-Star game because his dad is
His dad
Jordan.
was Jordan.
And
Like,
I was like, that's shit. Fuck it.
man,
I mean,
dude,
that's
if
how
I'm one of them
everybody
high
else
school dudes, I'm going at him every time.
Every time.
Just to be like, no, you know you supposed to be here, right?
Got a story
But
for you.
he got all the J's, so I
What
might have been
is
cool
a
with
Reggie
it.
Theus? Why say his name?
That was his name. I mean,
His
you
name
know,
was
it's in the
Reggie.
early- he-
Oh,
he
please
old,
believe.
he old head.
From the-
name like Reggie.
For the 90s, Reggie Theus was easily
80s.
thank you. He was easily like a mid-tier, mid-level ball player. Contributed every night in the whole nine. Straight professional. Wasn't in no BS. And I knew this as a kid. My
Sound like
dad.
it was some BS.
Nah, that's just life.
She was mine
And
first.
shit,
Jordan
and
came
that
through.
shit happened now. That shit happened now. Probably way too
It's
often.
all
I
kind
mean,
of.
it's the same situation with Shawnee O'Neal.
It ain't nothing. It happens.
Hold on, who's Shawnee Day? Well, I said Shaq.
Her first husband.
Who the
I
fuck
don't know
is
who
he?
she. I didn't know she had a first.
Was Shaq accountant.
Oh my good
She got
goodness
2
gracious.
kids with him, left them children with him at the house.
Oh damn! Did Shaq dirty
Yeah,
Mac
Shaq.
it?
Shaq gave it a twizzle.
All right.
What is mine? Nigga, get back.
What the
damn,
people
Shaq
be
dirty
saying,
Mac.
She packed up and left them children with their dad.
Hey, look, dog.
Shawnee cold
But she
too.
got
though.
2 kids y'all don't see.
That's probably she probably makes sure don't nobody see them kids. We don't be seeing none of their kids
Yeah, it's a
except
whole
for the ones
Now,
that
she
play
got a whole
ball
show now.
with the
All her
kids.
kids on the show, except the 2
That-
older ones.
it's on her terms though.
Yeah.
That's a big deal because we don't know. We know of the young what's his name? What's
Sharif.
Sharif.
But
We know
he's also
Sharif
the
'cause
oldest
he-
of
and
son
he
of
old,
them.
and he hoop.
Yeah.
But
Right.
please believe that.
But yeah, but Shaq, I think Shaq got 2 prior to Shawnee. Like his daughter
Yeah, he
is
got
like
a daughter.
his daughter is like 27 at this point.
Yeah, he had a
Or-
daughter that he had at LSU.
Probably not that old, but yeah,
That
she
looked
probably like
just
25.
like him.
Yeah,
She do look
20.
just like Shaq.
That looked
She
just like
tall, brown skin. Yup.
him. No, she looked just like him.
Hey, look, it could always be a Karl Malone situation.
Bless her
Remember,
heart.
we ain't know Cheryl Ford was Karl Malone, and you like, oh,
The
wait a
irony
minute.
that she played for the Detroit Shock, and
Yeah.
Detroit has hated Karl Malone. They ain't
Well,
embraced Karl Malone until they found that
We
out.
didn't embrace Karl Malone in, but we still love Cheryl Ford.
But the
Karl Malone
story,
still catch the fade.
the
right
story
now.
behind Karl Malone and the way he did his kids, though, he still shouldn't have got no look like.
Man, fuck Karl Malone.
Exactly.
It's always that.
So, with all that being said,
y'all know I don't deal
with all that
with folks
being
that don't take
said,
care of their children.
is
Do
NBA
not
about
get
to?
me started on.
Ain't nobody get you started on nothing. You segued
don't-
off into
I
that.
No.
I don't, especially these means of means that we be talking about on these shows that don't take care of their kids.
I don't know who don't take care of it. I don't know
Do
them
you want me to
Negroes.
tell
Nope,
you?
nope.
I don't need to know
No, we gonna say that for Tuesdays.
them. On your new show, which is called,
Hey, Nostalgia Live.
can you put a little bit more oomph into that? Get
Hey,
you cool.
Nostalgia Live.
Say it like you mean it.
gotta get
Give
your
it one more
shoulder
time.
Get your shoulder out. Get your shimmy
You
on.
gotta get you shoulder with it.
Go on, get your shimmy
I gotta
on.
get you a little Duval.
Go on, get it. Shit.
A Nostalgia Live.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Nostalgia Live, baby.
Yay!
And she's gonna save a lot more of who ain't taking care of their kids and all that kind of
Y'all
talk.
don't want them problems.
all the super good stuff. Holla
Yeah.
at her on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
They don't want no parts
and
of that
then
smoke.
get back
What they
with us
say.
on Wednesdays, and we give you all
what
this
they say.
all this sports smoke.
The tea shall be
Right.
the tea shall be poured
It
over.
should be poured. I got a little teacup that's gonna sit on the table.
It'd be
Exactly.
spilling all over the place.
spray bottles, super soakers full of tea and shit.
It's gonna be great.
My cousin Jonita, she said, yeah, Reggie Theus was the 80s Rick Fox.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's a
really?
good.
Let me
nice.
That's a good
She
comparison.
Let me
Nice.
She
Google
right.
him.
She right, yeah. You
Like
Is it Reggie
he was kind of
Theus, like all together?
like first and last name, but you know, like he was kind of light skinned. He did have curly hair.
Theus?
Yeah, she
shit,
right.
ain't no kind of tea. He had all that.
Oh.
He probably still look
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I
I
don't know,
remember
cat.
this dude.
Got
You
a
know,
little
He
high
was old
pitch.
enough
Hit-
to play in
you
Kansas
know,
City. when
right.
the Kings
Is
was still
she?
there.
I'm
He
just
was with the
saying,
Kansas City Kings.
The fucking Kansas
because
City
we know
King.
that
Oh,
Michael
goodness
Jordan
gracious.
probably wasn't crap. If she did this, I get
That
it.
was before Mike.
I get it. If
that was
she
before
did,
Mike.
If she did this, I get it.
It's kind of like a little bit of overlap, but you know how
Yeah.
that goes sometimes.
It be like that.
If she
man.
did this, I get it.
It
I
be
get
like
it.
that.
She saw the trajectory like,
Yeah, I get it. Man, I get it. I don't think that boy he is though, cause he light skinned. Like he Rick Fox kid.
Look at Jeffrey Jordan again. But
For real.
there's some reason for discrepancies.
And we just gonna
move on.
Leave it.
So that's the NBA. Man, it's preseason, dog. I mean, we ain't got.
Well,
Jerry
when's
Jordan.
the you know what the exact opening night is?
Michael Jordan.
Opening night.
I know it's like a week and a half
It
now.
used to always be Halloween,
Oh.
but they pushed it up.
It's up now. Schedule.
18th.
You got it?
I think that's
I'm excited
Hold up.
because I'm getting that package. I'm
Wait.
getting
Yeah.
it.
16th is the
Yeah,
first.
Yeah,
NBA?
NBA package, like, though, like, I used to sit there and always get the
Oh.
NFL Sunday ticket, and that's mainly so I can watch the Lions,
Right,
and then I
right.
wouldn't ever use it no more except to watch that game.
NBA
NBA
League Pass.
League Pass is way better because there's games every night,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have an excuse to be like, nothing ain't on. It's always a
for-
game
for
on
a
or
fact.
something.
They're gonna
You-
start selling quarters. So like, if you just
Yeah.
want to watch the fourth quarter of
That
a
was
game,
so
you can get it for like $2
Yeah.
or something.
I like how they began to a la carte it
Yeah.
because even I think you could pick certain teams
Yeah.
now.
There was like a 5-team package.
I'm
or
all
something
with
like
that,
A
and
la
you can do the
carte.
app and all of that. Yeah, I'm with all that because at
Just
the end of
watch
the
what
day,
you want.
I don't care to watch Milwaukee
Yeah.
for Milwaukee. I want to watch the Pistons. I want to watch the Lakers. I want to watch the Knicks.
Yeah, preseason.
You know what I'm saying? I can see
16,
Dallas, period,
17.
so that I ain't got to worry about them. But it's just certain teams I know I'm gonna watch. Maybe like no more than like 8 teams or so.
But you know what? You always got those league pass games where you trying to like catch. So like it might be a night where it's like you got Memphis and Charlotte. The league, this the epitome of a league pass game because you want to watch what Miles Bridges may do in Charlotte, and you want to watch what other dude that came
How
out of
much
state.
is League Pass?
It's like $30 a month for like 4 months. It
Yeah.
ain't as expensive
And
as
you
Sunday
can make
ticket.
it cheaper than what
And
based on what we talking
Sunday
about. You
ticket,
make
it can
cheaper.
I'm
actually
trying
get
to
cheap.
see if what he's describing is going to be worth what.
If you watch a lot of
Hell
NBA basketball, it is worth it.
Ain't shit those songs
I
like
mean, I'm not buying it. I'm just.
Yeah, no,
'Cause-
I mean, I buy it just because, like I said, it's worth it for me because I can sit there and, like I say, I can watch. Who's the other dude that came out of state this year?
oh shit.
You gotta ask.
Nah,
Little
he's
skinny
actually
dude.
pretty good.
Yeah, he-
Top
Top 5 draft pick. Fuck.
Johnson,
Jawan, is it Jawan Johnson? No,
Jarian, something like that.
I don't know, man. Something.
Make a long story short,
But like I said, you might get a game like that, and if you got like an interest in that guy, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to see. I kind of want to follow his career.
I do want to follow his career because actually, he has a bigger upside than Bridges to me. He
Yeah.
just didn't get
Jaren
to show
Jackson.
Jaren, yeah.
Jaren Jackson.
fucking Samsonite.
Triple J.
Yeah,
Oh.
and so if you, but that's the beauty of League Pass. You get those nights where you're like, or teams that don't get on ESPN all the time, who don't get on
Like
TNT.
Phoenix.
Yeah, you
Because
get
they're
it.
not
No.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Anybody
mean,
don't want to see
only
that
people.
shit.
I mean, NBA TV probably. I mean, TNT, ESPN. You probably gonna get the Lakers like about 40 damn times this year.
A lot of
You'll get
LA.
Golden State a bunch. You'll get Houston a
San
bunch.
Antonio.
Because entertainers people
right
want to
in the
watch.
middle.
Well, yeah. I mean, I understand it, but
Mhm.
I mean, like
That's
I
what
say,
it is.
you still
That's
want
the
to know
beauty of the
about
League
other
Pass,
people
though.
in the league, that are coming up, or who are going to be your next up and coming stars.
Yeah, my man
I mean, once
Jimmy.
upon a time, New Orleans was like a NBA League Pass team because you wanted to see what Anthony Davis was going to do.
Now you know. He's
Yeah,
gonna
because
do
now
everything.
Anthony, it wasn't like people were showing Pelicans games like that.
I was only watching him to see when he was going
He
to wax
not.
that apron.
He not. He gonna keep that. That's his thing.
Man, my man Jimmy
I mean, he
said it's
still-
a tip off on the 16th.
Yep.
Yep. He said it's going from that to April 10th. Why you laughing? Because it said tip off.
Wow.
No, I was laughing about Anthony Davis. But go ahead.
Don't worry. This last year y'all gonna see him in New Orleans.
It's it.
I don't think next
I'll
year
be
he gonna
watching.
be next year he gonna be asking to get up out of there, and he gonna be like, yeah, I'm either gonna go to the Lakers or I'm gonna go to Golden State. Cause
Man, let me tell you.
I'm telling you,
Hardest time was
if-
just watching NBA basketball.
if Kevin Durant leave, Golden State will find a way to get Anthony Davis.
They got to do it.
They gonna find a way.
They front office
Where you
already
going?
on it.
I'm just saying because Kevin Durant can become a free agent after this season.
Well, they
again.
talk
And go
Boston.
where?
Boston.
New York.
Boston or New
be
York.
on the East Coast.
I love a New York and KD situation. We talked about
That'd be
that.
lit.
I love that. I love that for New York.
New York has
I'm not
become
gonna
a
lie.
team where players go to die.
No.
Nah.
I think it'd be different. I think
Kyrie
it'd be
wants to
different.
go there too.
Yeah, because I think they'll have the ability to get 2 free agents. Man, just think if you got Kyrie and KD next year.
Kyrie and KD is a good combination.
That's
Yeah.
an amazing.
Can you get both
combination.
of them? Do you have the money for it?
They got it.
They'll
Are
find a way
they,
to
are
get
they
it.
gonna have the pieces for them?
Well, they'll both be free agents.
I know. I'm saying what team they're gonna have to put around them is what I'm saying.
Still got
Still
Porzingis.
have, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but when you have Porzingis by then,
Yep.
Hey,
He
look,
ain't
he
going
can sit
nowhere.
out this whole. Hey, look, don't play.
Right.
We don't even need you. We got a plan in place. We
Don't
going
even-
for a top. We going for this top 5 draft pick to get one of these super
Okay.
dudes out of Duke or Kentucky.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true
And
too.
we gonna put these 2 rookies around you, and then we gonna sign KD. And
I Kentucky though.
And-
yeah, you know,
And the
I'm just
beauty
saying.
of it, like you
'Cause,
said,
you know, Kentucky they leave and then we be like, it is still in the league.
right?
We had that whole
Oh,
conversation. We was
man.
in their name and Kentucky players. Is he still in the league?
I'll
They
say,
find a way to
Still
hang
play.
around, but
He's still in the league.
I'll say the biggest thing too, just thinking about Porzingis. I mean, he's got youth on his side,
Mhm.
He's
with-
coming from
And he got a cool last name.
and with that comes healing
It sells jerseys.
faster. You said what?
Cool last name sells jerseys.
they do.
Oh, he ain't got no problem selling no jersey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he ain't got no
Unicorn.
problem. No, not out there.
Hey,
Um,
Pumpkin.
So yeah, that's that right now. So I mean, a lot of things are to be determined when it comes to the NBA. You got your it's top heavy. It's been like
Always.
that for a long time.
Mhm.
So the East is pretty much all Boston. And then we'll throw Toronto in there. And
Shoot, you better not slip on Toronto. I watched their highlights from that game yesterday.
I'm always
Kawhi still rounded back and shake because he ain't really balled, but hey, you replace Kawhi with DeRozan, so I think you get more with Kawhi over DeRozan.
you gonna get more out of him.
But I also think DeRozan going to San Antonio gives
perfect.
them something also.
Mhm. Ain't no question.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I
Ain't
say,
no question.
only thing San Antonio really lost. Not only really, they lost. This is a new totally a new San Antonio squad because now any remnants of the old years are gone.
That's
Tony
all right.
Parker's
It's all
gone. Kawhi's gone. Manu's gone. Tim Duncan been gone. So now these are literally the new Spurs.
Right.
Shit, Matt Bonner still there.
No, but they got Patty Mills still holding it down.
Patty Mills.
Yeah.
Patty Mills still holding it down. You know,
Patty Mills be getting it in.
right?
He get
St.
Patty
Mary's
Mills.
College.
No, I'll tell you something about Patty Mills. You ain't gonna worry about him fucking the game up. Patty Mills not gonna fuck this game
He's gonna
up.
stand his role. He know.
As a smart man. He's a smart man. So yeah, October 16th, basketball tip off will commence, and it's gonna be fun to watch. I will put it that way. It's gonna be fun to watch and interesting to see how these changes take fold. But I think we know what the potential results are gonna be. It's only between like 2 teams really. So maybe 3.
It'll be interesting.
Absolutely.
I mean, like I see, real quick, just run through quick sports.
Sports.
USA got they ass handed to them in the Ryder Cup again.
They did. They did.
But the crazy part is now you getting all this backstory that's coming out. Like they were beefing over there in Paris, like golf beef, really?
I don't even know what
There's
sport
people
it
that
was.
Good thing
refuse
is-
to play with other people.
Yeah, it's people like
and
I
shit.
ain't trying to run with Phil. Nah, dog. Nah, I don't want him as my
Really?
teammate. No, I ain't running with him on this round. No.
They have golf beef.
Yeah, golf beef, man, it's real.
Golf.
And it's like
And
it's
you
from
try
the,
to do that with a straight face.
Real.
it's the
you
young
think
guys.
about
It was like George Speed.
It's like
that dude,
Lionel Richie and motherfucking like Smokey Robinson probably had a spat before. Some
Hey,
shit
man.
like that. Dancing on the ceiling my
but
ass.
They got out there and got their ass kicked last week. I mean,
Yeah, they
earlier this
did.
week. Like, damn, dog.
Okay.
They got a
I
time.
I didn't even know nobody else played golf with us because it's so boring.
Nah, man, golf is enjoyable. Golf is great to play.
Do you
And
play golf?
It's a thinking
Shoot,
man's
I'm
game.
trying.
It's a
No, I'm
thinking
saying
man's game.
is that the term? Do you
Yeah,
play
yeah, you
golf
play
or
golf.
shoot golf?
No, you
or-
play golf.
You play golf. You go to the driving range.
Yeah.
That may be what you're thinking about. When you get to
Golf
shoot
is
a basketball.
enjoyable, and it's that time that you're on the course is like
Take away the stick and be walking.
What? What?
wow. I'll also
And NHL is rounding
That's
off.
about
into
to- that's
the
about to
regular
kick
season,
off.
too,
Hockey?
So
hey,
Talking about hockey.
hey, I like hockey.
I got that from Kavanaugh. Go ahead.
I like hockey. But then we got it's week beginning of the baseball playoffs.
Okay.
Let's get into
wild
that.
card game right
Yeah.
now. Yankees are up over the A's 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, well, take it back a couple nights. So it was 2 ties to win divisions. It was the Brewers and Rockies, and I think it was the Dodgers and Arizona.
Who are the Wildcats?
Wild card. That's
No,
like the,
I was watching. You know, I sometimes turn ESPN down and I just look at the pictures. And
There's no baseball team called the Wildcat.
that's what I thought, and I thought something new had happened. So they were doing all these baseball interviews, and then there was one backdrop. I recognized all the other backdrops, but I didn't recognize the Wildcats backdrop, so I thought that was something new.
Nah, I can't even think of a minor league team that's the Wildcats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless it might have been. Let me think. I'm trying to think of a team who has.
They
cats.
kept playing. They were playing all these little snippets from all these baseball interviews, and they had all the backdrops from the people who it was. Because the A's was up there, Yankees was up there.
Unless they were interviewing somebody from when he was in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, then you got Arizona.
Yeah.
That's why I get for turning the TV down.
Yeah.
And there's a very good chance that there's a minor league team called the Wildcat.
That y'all
Nah.
know
It was
about?
that's too plain
That's too
for a minor league team. Minor league teams be like the Tulsa Screwdrivers or some shit like that, or
What's Toledo's name? I know they got
the Mud Hens.
The Mud Hens. See there.
Mud
Okay.
Hens.
Yeah, definitely not the Wildcat.
Really?
Mud Hens.
Definitely not gonna
Okay.
be the Wildcats.
But,
I know I saw it though. I'm not making it up.
So yeah, so Monday was the NL Central tiebreaker with the Cubs and the Brewers. Brewers won, which meant they moved forward to the wild card, or either the wild card or they're in the playoffs. And then last night, the Cubs and the Rockies had to play a 1-game playoff to see who would go to the division. So the Rockies have played 1-game eliminations like 2 days in a row, but they lost to the Dodgers.
But
then
they used to doing it. They used to doing the 90 and 90.
Yeah, because they was just like, hey,
That would exhaust
it's a
me.
playoff game. It's winner take all. You move on. Dodgers had beat the Rockies on Monday, and then yesterday the Rockies and Cubs played, and they played into 13 innings with the Rockies finally winning. Now they move to the playoffs.
Past like 7 innings.
You just out of there.
Oh, in real life, I'm not staying past that 7th inning.
So now it's in the
Like,
East.
what are we doing after 10?
Like wow.
Sleep.
What we
Drinking.
doing?
Rockies are playing the Brewers, and Braves are playing the Dodgers. So there we go with that. And in the AL, it's the Indians and the Astros.
Okay.
And
They got too many playoffs.
oh
And
shit,
Boston plays
wild card
the winner
game
tonight.
Yeah. So the winner between the Yankees and the Athletics, they will play Boston starting Friday. Yeah, or Saturday.
Yeah, I
Something
gotta
like
keep
that.
my eye on that because I've been slipping, man. I ain't paying much attention. to
Yeah,
the
man,
standings
you know,
of
one-
Well,
what?
it seems like it's a lot of games to pay attention to, and we be having stuff to do.
Low key, I mean, but think about it. It's your normal names are kind of there. You know, Dodgers,
True.
Astros, Red Sox,
I don't hear
Yankees.
Any surprises?
You know, the
Braves are
Cubs had a
shit.
chance. Yeah, the Braves are back. You know, for
'cause
years.
we ain't talked about the Braves and
Yeah, Braves probably went on the streak of like maybe
since I
5
was in high
years.
school.
But remember, the Braves went on like a 16-year streak where they would win the division every year.
I know that's back
But-
when we was wearing the Braves starter jacket.
Oh yeah, I had one. If I only other baseball starter hat, no, that's a lie. I had 2. I had a Colorado Rockies hat because it went smooth with some shoes I had,
Yeah.
and my other one was my Braves hat. I would keep a Braves hat and a
I
Tigers
got a
hat.
Rockies hat, a Pittsburgh Pirates one.
Some nice colors on the Rockies. I got it.
Yeah, man, that black and purple was
I
cold.
will say it is a shocker. I mean,
They stick that gray in there too every now and then.
Yes,
the Rockies have
So
been
you ain't think I knew I was somehow.
getting better and better over the last couple of years. So I'm not really that surprised that they're in it.
they're like the sleeper team.
Yeah, and I am shocked to see the Brewers. I will say that much. They're
Brewers
not,
had a
they're
good
not
season,
very,
man.
Yeah, they're not a very consistent franchise, but
They've been consistent over the last few years, but I
years.
mean, it's one of those, you know, it's them and the Cubs, the Cardinals. You kind of just, you know, run through them, flip them.
got that. Okay, now
so baseball out the way.
I saw a little bit of talk too, real quick, not to harp on it, and I meant to mention it when you said we talked about New Orleans briefly, Pelicans and this and that, and every now and again somebody throw out Seattle need a basketball.
Yeah, Kevin Durant
franchise.
said that Seattle. Well, the reason why it's being because Seattle's NHL expansion team is moving forward, so they're renovating Key
shit.
Arena, to put a expansion NHL
It
team
just
in
doesn't
Seattle.
make sense that Seattle doesn't have a basketball.
No, Seattle should
No.
definitely have a
Yeah.
basketball team. They should have been
And
had
I know
one.
y'all don't watch WWE, but this week SmackDown was in Seattle,
Oh,
and it's this
wow.
one dude that's a heel. His name is Elias. Okay, if you don't watch it, then you don't get what I'm saying.
I
But
don't
people
know
who
what the
watch
fuck.
it, that's
Nope.
watching us right now,
Mm-mm.
it's this dude named Elias, and he goes to every city. He makes fun of them before his matches. Like
Oh,
he's like to
shit.
be. So he get in the ring in Seattle, and he goes something. And it was like. And I understand why Seattle doesn't have a basketball team. I mean, it makes sense in Oklahoma City, but it don't make. He got booed for 5 minutes.
Hell yeah.
They
You don't play
booed, like
about
he
that.
couldn't do anything else. Like he tried to like move on from that so he could start the match. And you know it's a live show, and they booed this dude.
Cause they still mad.
They
The-
went to
oh, no,
commercial. They
Seattle-
went to commercial and came back, and they was still booing him. Like they
Seattle don't
literally
play,
had to
dog.
turn the music and stuff up to make everybody like move on.
They got everything else you need out of sports in Seattle.
Yeah.
Everything.
They was
Baseball team, got a
hurt.
football team.
dope
They about to have
WNBA
hockey.
team.
Dude, their fucking soccer team plays in the
Yeah.
football stadium.
Yeah.
The
Seattle
so many
Sounders.
people show
One of
up.
But
the
do they
best
have the
fucking
facilities?
stadiums out.
They have,
Yeah.
so
So
I don't
what-
know what their facility situation is.
No.
They have the facilities
What it
to bring
was is-
basketball team back.
At the time, there is Key Arena, and Key Arena was where the Sonics played. And of course, how it always goes is we need a new facility, but
We want the
the
people
city
to pay
doesn't.
for
The
it.
city doesn't want to kick in for it. Blah blah blah.
And where's the team going to come from?
I don't know what
They're going to leave Oklahoma City?
Hell
Fucking
no.
New Orleans.
That dude
They-
bought
I
that
can
place
only-
New
to
Orleans
move it
makes
to.
sense, but New Orleans has this stadium. Like they built the
Fuck Smoothie King Arena.
They built
okay?
the Smoothie King Arena, and
That
it's
shit, they be
freaking
holding middle
huge.
school graduations out there, bitch. I've been there. It's not that impressive.
It's huge. It's impressive from the outside, though. You see this big Smoothie King, you get all excited.
I mean,
Yeah, you can get the Smoothie King
That's
on
the only-
discount on Fridays.
unless
too.
they
I
just
do get it
go
on
true
Fridays.
true
You get the large
expansion
one for
team.
$5.
That's like the only logical team that you
Yeah,
can see that
Correct.
will move.
And then you got to do the same thing on the East.
So Oklahoma City stays put because remember,
Yeah,
like
ain't
2
nobody-
years ago,
Nah, they
Oh,
ain't.
yeah.
So
we were
Oklahoma
talking
City
about it,
ain't
and I was
moving.
like, you
They
know,
ain't moving.
They ain't moving. They
They
money
Oklahoma
too.
City is so boring.
It is, but they have latched onto that team, and they're
Yep.
not a bad team.
Well, is
No,
that
it's not a bad team. It's a bad
City.
city.
But it's just like being.
And it's not shade to Oklahoma
but
City
Oklahoma
as
City,
a city. It's
Oklahoma
a bad market.
City, but you're gonna have small markets in the NBA. It's just like having a team in Sacramento, just like having a team in Milwaukee, just like having a team in technically Orlando. I mean,
shit, Charlotte?
Charlotte. No, because Charlotte got teams.
Oh, I'll take that back. It's still Carolina.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
they got a football team. They got a hockey
basketball
team.
I'll take that
things
back.
So,
going on.
but
Fucking
you know,
Memphis though.
yeah, Memphis.
Wait.
Memphis is not the best.
That's literally
basketball.
all we
They
got.
should have
Just-
left that shit in
just all we
Vancouver.
got.
I mean, they took it from Vancouver. So
You're right.
Shit, Vancouver
But-
was worse.
So New Orleans would be where it would come from.
That's the only
Because
team
I
I
don't
can
see
think
them
of.
starting up a new
Well,
team.
Like Atlanta's, like for the last 5 years
They need
or
to
so,
get
had
with
the
their team.
worst attendance in the league.
Hey, look, they did, but I'm gonna tell you this: I always got good tickets at Atlanta Hawks games.
Because you
which-
can get it from the 7-Eleven.
and in my head, that's all I care about is my personal
I
enjoyment.
think the last no, I was gonna lie.
Uh-uh.
As I said, the last NBA basketball game I went to was in Atlanta, but that's not true.
Angie, one year when we lived in Atlanta, Hawks played 6 playoff games. They played 4 against Milwaukee in the first round, and they played 4 at home. You know, because that game went 7 games, and then they went 5 games or however many it went against Orlando in the second round. This was when
Dwight Howard
this
was
was
there.
okay. So yeah, this is when Orlando I think ended up going to the
Okay.
finals.
Yeah.
That playoff season, I went to every playoff game, and I didn't spend more than $40 on any of my on my tickets combined, and I was in like 200 level seats, so I wasn't like dapping Jesus in the Fun Police
Yeah,
seats.
because I don't do that.
I've done it on the times,
I
but
like old sweet.
see, I ain't did Sweet Life yet. I've done Club Life.
At all.
He did Club Life.
I've done
He did
Club Life.
this
You done
weekend.
I ain't never done
Ever?
Sweet Life.
Nah, I ain't
never done Sweet
I
Life.
have, but it wasn't like intentionally. Like I didn't come up with that.
I don't know
Y'all
Sweet.
gotta go somewhere with me.
I don't know Sweet
Yeah,
Life.
but see, this is the thing. I don't have hips and ass that'll just give me access
No,
to all
you just
kinds
need
of
to go
shit.
with me. First of all,
That's
Yeah.
one
We
thing
ain't
I ain't got
disputing you.
going for me.
this season, just go with me.
All right, that'll work.
You can't live your whole life and not live the sweet life.
I'm trying not to now.
I got you.
I'm trying not to. Club Life was great.
Got you.
Let's get into this college football talk.
Finally.
Do we want to do college or NFL first?
Go on with the NFL because we're going to close with college.
Bet.
bet
Because she got
that
bars. So let's go NFL first.
Word. So it's reported. I'm gonna get the bullshit out the way.
Your team's still trash.
Oh, they trash.
Okay.
That defense is horrible.
Okay.
Wait, who's your team?
The Steelers. Their defense is terrible. The secondary is
They still got that coach. He's so fine.
GQ.
Save it for yourself. Anyway, this is first of all, this is the wrong platform, and we told you that.
My.
We told you that. You can buy about the Johnny Gill this man on my show. So look good tonight.
I love
Put on your black and gold.
Coach Tomlin.
Wow.
And some of that headphone nasty ass. So
Bring the whole outfit. Call audibles up in here.
Coached his ass. So my thing is defense is trash.
Very.
Now on an
Tell us
interesting
how this
note,
happened.
What
because
happened?
I've seen
About
them
how
just
bad
go
the
like
defense
do a
is?
360 and what it didn't even take a whole year for them to get trashed.
Oh, they trash. They just got trashed. They're trash
So
right now.
tell us why your team is trash.
The secondary, primarily, it's the secondary.
Tell us how that happened.
You lost Dick LeBeau as your defensive coordinator.
That's the start.
You didn't, and you weren't drafting.
They have not been
playmakers
drafting that
But
at all.
I mean, some of
It's
that
about accountability.
Some of that also is, even though we call the Steelers trash, they've been in the playoffs like every year.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're getting draft picks, they're not drafting high. So you're not going to get you're getting talent, but
You can get talent,
But you know
not
what I'm
high
saying.
in the draft.
But you know what I'm saying.
Secondary talent is a whole
Yeah,
other thing.
you know, like
that shit is
secondary talent that's
comes out
first
of
round
LSU
pick.
and Alabama. First of all,
When you get secondary that's first round picks, them dudes go top 10.
Quick.
And you know,
Yeah.
like them are true game changers. Everybody else, you like, okay, he's going to be a good piece on our team, and you hope to get a.
But see, that's why y'all
diamond in
coming
the rough.
backwards at. Like you saying, you're not getting high draft picks. So you have to see who these dudes they draft and replacing.
I mean,
way.
injuries, retirements. I mean, like
it's
I
not
say,
churning
Everybody
out the
retiring.
best results in the secondary, just period. And it's one of those. I
Although
mean,
y'all
that's
do-
most teams though.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
teams secondaries ain't that great. It's just right now at the start, these boys getting burned. They getting their ass beat constantly. I'm talking about it shouldn't be this.
and technically, y'all technically have a talent at corner with Joe Hayden, and I don't.
It's
know.
not shut down corner though. It's just a talent. It needs to be shut down on at least one side and then his skills can
I
show.
mean, technically, it's only like 5 shutdown corners.
Exactly.
In
That's
the league,
the
though.
that,
So
that's what I'm saying.
That's like saying,
most teams.
That's like being like, you ain't got no elite quarterback. Like, dude, it's really only like 5 elite quarterbacks. And then everybody else, then you got a second tier of we can win very many games with these quarterbacks. And then you have the other tier of they're trash. Like, it's only like so many Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady's.
Period.
You know, it's only like 3 to 4 of those dudes. And then you got the next tier. Although the next tier is looking pretty good with Pat Mahomes, the Jared Goff.
Patrick Mahomes looks great.
Yeah, he been out there
And I'm not
balling.
even talking about physically.
No, he looks good. I mean, he got the perfect coach that's going to scheme him.
Talking about actually he's
Who's
doing
going to
good.
play, who's going to game plan and scheme him open, things of that nature.
How long y'all gonna play? How long y'all gonna stick with Ben Roethlisberger?
Chili ready to go.
Shit, another year.
I'll give it no more
Because I
than
thought
2.
when the Me Too movement started, he'd be gone last year.
Nah, his situation ain't like what this shit is.
Roethlisberger's kind of a creep.
Yeah, he nasty.
He kind of a
There's a
creep.
difference between being a
Roethlisberger
creep.
sleeping drinks. He's nasty.
He ain't do. Whoa.
nasty.
He doing what?
Sleeping drinks. He nasty.
When he do that?
And them girls waking up.
Well,
with
hell,
their drawers around
Ben
their neck.
always has been known to kidnap the Pootie.
Mm-hmm.
She talking about slipping drinks.
That's how you got him out the house.
Getting them
Oh,
niggas.
him
we
out
are
the
not
boat.
about to make up lies though.
Oh no, we're not going to. We're not going to.
I mean, it is a lot of talk about Ben shit that like
Ben raping
Ben getting chicks with Trump and all kind of wild ish.
We ain't gonna make up lies though. That's not
You know
cool.
your quarterback is a rapist.
Dog, you know that's harsh as fuck.
He's actually been
I'm here
accused
for
of
the
that though.
smoke.
That ain't an old.
These
That's not a
are-
new
No, he's-
accusation.
We're not gonna go that far into it, but what we know is that he's been accused of sexual assault, and that and rape are not the same thing. I ain't saying one is better than the other, but it's not the same thing. It's not. It's totally not.
Okay,
I
he's
could have
still-
got accused of sexual
still
assault
a
in
creep.
Vegas several years ago.
He's still a creep though.
For real. I get some money. I need a lawyer immediately because I
Y'all
don't know
know
what the
Ben
fuck.
Roethlisberger around here taking cooch.
I mean, yeah, his name has been Raplesberger for some years.
And
though.
we get that. We get people to take
And
one.
until you
we'll
do
get,
right by women, y'all ass ain't gonna win a playoff game.
Damn.
That's
Now.
a lie. We won playoff games. Girl, you just making shit
I'm
up.
talking about now.
That don't matter now. Shit, he
It
on his
does
way
matter.
out.
You want to win now.
Anyway,
I hate him.
point
It
of the
is.
matter is,
I think he only got like
Nasty.
another year.
yeah, no more than two. No more than two.
He
Easily.
I think him. You about to see him, Eli, and Phillip Rivers all phase out.
I don't know what the hell Eli meant.
Eli need to go now.
And people just swore he was gonna be better than Peyton. I kept telling y'all,
I don't know who swore that.
he gonna be
Well,
good.
no, what
After
that-
he won the second Super Bowl.
That was because you get people who be like, well, he got 2 rings, Peyton got 1. Like,
Right.
okay.
That's why it's
And-
called
and-
a football team.
Right.
right.
That's the whole
Like,
fucking
look,
point.
He
outside-
just, he
outside
just
of
looks really trash right now.
Outside of them 2 Super Bowls, man, Eli probably would have been in the playoffs like 2 other times. Like he got a whole bunch
and I
of years.
told
where he
y'all
don't
Eli
go to the
Manning
playoffs.
wasn't what that was, and I wouldn't just because he went to Ole Miss.
I think that's a lot of it though.
These days. Let me get to the rest of my point.
This
with the
light
Steelers.
makes my skin look amazing. I need to
So
take it home.
with that,
Thank you,
Le'Veon is expected to report soon.
Week 7 at the
So-
bye week, so he can get paid for the bye week.
Right. So it still something needs to happen, and it's not
I
gonna
don't
happen
understand
soon
what's
enough.
happening with him. I just don't
They
get
ain't
it.
wanna-
And
they
I
ain't-
sit
they
there
don't
and I
wanna
watch ESPN over, like trying to
Here's,
get people
here's the
explain
problem.
it to me.
There's a couple different dynamics. I'm glad you asked, and he knows this as well. And there's different angles. It's not one side that's the guilty side.
Nope.
It's
They both share all the blame. They both share blame.
it's practically 50-50, 49-51, some old shit. They should have signed him years ago.
Mhm.
He shouldn't be on here doing these punk ass music video shit and always got something to say on social
'Cause his
media.
bar's
You're not
trash.
helping they were super trash. You're not helping yourself
Wait, what
when you
music
get with.
video he-
Go swear to God,
we'll
go
hit
look
you
it
up
up.
to
I ain't
that.
gonna
Oh yeah,
lie.
oh, I thought you
There's
was
some
joking,
bullshit.
and
No,
then he
it's
said
not.
because his bars
I'm not making any of
He's
this up.
made like 2 rap songs. Like, dude,
Oh
stop.
my God!
Not making any of this up.
He went to Michigan State. They don't got bars
Oh.
to state.
They don't. So with that, always got something to say on social media. That's too much. You've been suspended several times. You at least got 8 games you've been suspended for in 2 years. And you got,
Sad to
and not to
watch.
mention just injuries as a running back. Not to mention that.
Yeah,
So
he play a position
Because
that
running back ain't the hot, and we've had this
thank
conversation.
you. What is he? 28.
That running back is not the hot position in the NFL anymore, so you need to be walking real light.
No, this the thing. Running back is making a comeback. Running back
it's
is not
making
the,
a slow comeback.
it's not the position
that it was
for dudes who are over a certain age.
Age.
Yeah.
right.
Because
28 going on 30.
Right.
yeah, that's
basically.
not the age range. Like 21 to 25, 26,
Right.
that is your prime because we can give you all these carries and we can get all of this out of you. Once you get 28, 29, 30,
Right.
then no, you may still be somewhat productive, but you're not going to be as explosive as
Right.
You
you are.
don't need to be
No, I
touching the
agree
ball
with you.
400
And with the
times.
with the
Right.
workload that Le'Veon
Right.
gets, running the ball and catching the ball,
Right.
yeah, he has the potential to possibly burn out sooner, than later. So I understand why he like I'm sitting out. Now the whole sitting out thing just got way more attention to it because you got the Earl Thomas situation in Seattle
That was
because he
something.
was like he been talking for 2 years. Give me my guaranteed money. That way, blah blah blah. They didn't want to pay him. Earl Thomas is injury prone. He's been injury prone every year.
That's true.
But
But that's to his point as well.
yeah,
That's
but he was
even for
saying, and
himself.
that's kind of the Le'Veon point. It's like, dude, take care of me because I'm in a position that I'm not a quarterback to where I'm going to play the 40 because the game protects me as a quarterback.
Now that's factual. Now, it still comes back around.
Mhm.
We offered you $1 million a game.
It was 16 million. The first, 16 for
That's
the.
actually pretty good for the NFL.
That's pretty fucking good for the latter part of
But
your
what it is,
veteran
it's
status.
what it is that it's the guaranteed money. The guarantee he didn't get the guarantee. Like the yearly amount, I think he was fine with. He didn't get the upfront guarantee money that he wanted.
And they should
You
have gave
have
it to him.
You have to. And
Yeah.
You have to when you're doing these NFL contracts. You have to look out for
You got to
yourself,
get the guaranteed money.
especially when you know this is probably your last contract.
Right, and you know what? That's why I say ain't nobody even arguing one specific point against the other. It's like fucking tennis match every time you talk about it. If you talk about it logically, this shit on both sides. They both
Yeah.
fucked this off.
Right.
So, but for me, peace be to him, and wherever he end up, just give us
Do you
something.
think he's gonna end up somewhere this season?
Yeah, because that's the plan.
I say, yeah, I hope so.
But what's going to happen is this: they're already talking about they're gonna hit him with a transition tag. That means if he signs somewhere else, then they get compensation back, like a compensatory
They gotta
pick.
do it.
You know,
gotta
but
do it.
that's
And that's
yeah,
business.
and that's the business. So
Mhm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't even argue that. And like you said, the Earl Thomas piece is what it is, and my hopes was like, fuck, I hope we can get Earl Thomas. Because Earl Thomas is a physical guy in the
He come back from that
secondary.
Who?
broken, that fracture.
We who?
We hope we can
Steelers?
get Earl Thomas. Yeah,
Okay.
we could use an Earl Thomas.
Yeah,
We could use an Earl Thomas. So, but
him or and he was sitting there like he had been talking all last year, like telling the Cowboys, like, come get me. I want to play
He
for the
did.
Cowboys.
That was leverage,
Make
man.
the
did.
deal. And I think they offered, or they they may
You know,
have.
the Cowboys make some BS deals.
yeah,
They make some BS offers for people they don't want.
But this you got a player who is letting you know I want to be in the star. I want to play for you guys, and I am an All-Pro player. And you didn't make it happen. Like Dallas actually has a pretty decent defense.
Mm.
They're young too.
Yeah,
That shit.
like their defensive line
That's
is
probably
legit.
what
They
they-
secondary ain't
That's
that
probably
great,
what they were looking at.
but
That's kind of why I wanted him, like for a little bit of veteran
Shit.
leadership.
Yeah.
But at the
Ain't
same
no
time,
kind of tool.
I,
It
mean,
makes
I
sense.
saw Heath get out there and get work this weekend. I mean, he always get work, but he got
Mhm.
Golden Tate was out there.
Golden Tate was balling.
Man,
Golden
Golden Tate
Tate
was
was
out
balling.
there.
Let's talk a little bit about that game.
He was out there just straight disrespectful, catching passes,
High stepping
damn near
on
moonwalking
motherfuckers.
into the end zone. Like,
Golden Tate was clowning. Two things I appreciated out of that game was that, and I did enjoy seeing a defense out of Dallas as well as Zeke looked like Zeke, and saved,
Yeah.
and both of which saved Dak's ass, saved his entire ass. Oh
Yeah.
yes, Zeke was a wideout, and this is a straight shot to the Lions defense. Is how in the fuck are y'all not ready to keep an eye?
well,
on
no,
everybody going 20 yards down.
that wasn't it. Is that?
That's what they needed, 20 yards.
But it's no. I mean, that was shit. Dallas could have just kind of. They still had time to kind of methodically move down the field, but you caught a mismatch of Zeke on a linebacker because you had everybody else out in coverage. You got safeties playing over top. You got your corners man up with Cole Beasley and whoever else their receivers are. If Dak goes out, if Dak starts off in the backfield, motions out into there, then you only got. And I don't think, and they might not have had a nickel in. You got one of your linebackers. Well, one of your linebackers is good, but he's only good within so much room. And Zeke got past him,
let me ask you
and
this.
Dak made a damn great throw.
Let me ask you this. As a coach, do you not go as heavy on the linebacker side because you know what's out there speed-wise?
You can't go heavy. Well, you can't go.
Can you change your defensive package because you know what's needed from them? They need speed at that time.
Possibly, but also James Davis is still probably one of your top 3 defenders on your squad.
Right,
So you're not taking him out the game.
right.
What it is that Dallas came to the line, saw the defensive alignment, found their mismatch, audible, hey, Zeke, we doing this now. Because now you have the one-on-one.
Yeah. I mean,
that
I'd have
goes
done
to
that
your
on a
advantage.
video game. So
Yeah,
I
you
get
know,
it.
that's what it is. You know, they out-schemed us, and they made a play.
And, man,
I mean, because think about it like this. You saw Detroit did the same thing on their offensive possession. Coming down, they were down, and Detroit's coming down, needing to score to take the lead. Yes, they scored too fast, but you can't, like I was talking about on Sunday, you can't be like, don't score fast. Because
you got to go what's given
if
to
you,
you.
yeah,
at that point.
Golden Tate gets so open, you can't tell him, be like,
How
yeah,
do you
stop
not?
at the 2. Because now, if he just, like, say he stops at the 2, and he's going to try to play the game of, we're just going to,
Punch it in.
yeah,
run
milk the clock or whatever.
all that.
We've seen Detroit possibly not be able to run the goal line offense and get those points. Or remember, the field shrinks, so you don't have the ability to. You lose half your playbook because now you don't have the ability to get receivers
Yeah.
open, get down the
Right.
field, things of that
Yeah.
nature. So no, if your man can score, you take the chance to score and put your defense back on the field and hope that they make a play. They almost made a play. They stripped
It
Dak.
was like an interesting game.
Yeah,
Like,
they
Oh,
stripped-
It's very entertaining
well.
game. It's
Last
very
drive, they
entertaining
stripped
game.
Dak. Dak is out there. We just didn't. I mean, with the rush, we didn't have anybody in the backfield who could possibly fall on the ball and gave them or get Dak down when he got the ball back because he was able to get the ball back and
It just
throw it
worked
away.
out that way.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
just
it.
it's that's the ball bounced this way. It happened.
That, yeah.
So
Yeah, and I would almost say I was still impressed by the Lions pretty much playing a full 4 quarters. They still played
They
full
didn't
4
because
quarters.
they played trash in the third.
They look better than.
I mean, you saw how they played against New England, and you saw they played decent against Dallas. We had some lapses, but the key to Dallas with this game is Dallas controlled the clock. The same thing we did to to New England the week before on Sunday night. We controlled the clock.
But I need you to give them credit because I remember having the same conversation like a year or two ago, and it was just that Detroit was trash. Like now they look better. Now it was an entertaining game.
Well,
I think they play. I think it seems like they play with a little bit more discipline.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more discipline.
He's just not still happy with the result. But
Yeah,
they look better.
They look better than me.
Detroit looks better.
They look better than me.
They look better than they did in week 1.
That's fine.
That's what that is. Because week 1 we looked so trash. We look better than we looked in week 1. Last year, our defense was still better last year under Caldwell than we are under Matt Patricia. Also, that's a case of changing totally different defensive schemes, going from 4-3 to a 3-4. So now we have to rely more on our linebackers right now.
Right.
But we're not creative with defense. Like, you kind of know what we're gonna do. We don't scheme that well.
Right.
So, I mean, but Matt Patricia, he's come from this Patriot system, and he's trying to make us the Detroit Patriots.
Well, the biggest
Detroit
thing, the reason why it can work, and I'll just leave it at this, is less fucking turnovers. You'll beat 90% of the fucking NFL by just not giving them fucking yards. Just don't give them yards.
Yeah.
You could be vanilla as fuck, damn
We
near.
didn't turn the ball over this game. Defense is still out there on the field because Cowboys
right now that's just a different thing. Right,
so
that's just a different thing.
If you can't get off the field because you can't make stops, then you're gonna still lose.
Yeah, that's just a different thing. Now,
like I say, it's the same thing we did against the Patriots. We made it so that Tom Brady did not get opportunities to make plays. Detroit only had 8 possessions the entire game.
That and made plays on him.
That too.
And so I think it's still more to come. It's just a little slow out the blocks, like you said. It's a new regime, so some things are changing in right in front of our eyes with them. Now,
I'd have kept Caldwell.
And yeah, I mean, I didn't see the biggest issues out of Caldwell, but
winningest coach in Detroit history.
Then there you go. But what else we got out there? Of course, Mahomes.
The Rams look like
They look like a Super Bowl team.
They do.
The Rams are legit.
They look like a Super Bowl team.
All it took was a move to L.A.
They did. They moved to L.A. last year.
They best fucking defensive players you could buy.
I know St. Louis is pissed. Like, man, this some bullshit.
It is some bullshit.
St. Louis pretty much got their team kind of snatched from them. Because it was a whole kind of back channel deal that was like, look, I'm willing to put this money in, but I ain't gonna put it in. and in St. Louis, but I'll do all what you want. Y'all want us to have a presence in LA again? I'm willing to do all of this for a LA situation, and
they out there shining, the sun shining on that on the white ram hand was
man,
all that beautiful. Hey, they out there looking good. They performing. They entertaining. They got a good young QB. Aaron Donald got his bread. They still shit. Who else they got on that defense?
Sue, Akeem Talib,
there you
Marcus
go.
Peters,
and they got weapons on both sides of the ball that teams was fucking salivate for. Even Akeem Talib,
they hurt.
He hurt, but it's just having him in your locker room, making guys mentally tougher. He's a professional. He's a tough guy. He do all the right things on defense. He's been doing it for fucking years, and he's maybe lost a half a step or so, but that motherfucker's still an athlete. He still plays to his strength. It's a good situation out there on a lot of different angles.
And he snatched a dude's chain on the field.
Snatched the fuck out of somebody's chain. Well, I ain't never looked at Michael Crabtree the same again.
Snatched his chain.
Yeah, all it made me think of is old faggot ass Chauncey off Minister Society.
Chauncey ain't stealing nobody's chain.
No, but that's just the point. He still was faggot ass Chauncey.
I mean,
still faggot ass Chauncey.
In these new days, you can't say that no more.
Well, tell them don't watch Minister Society then.
That was 90s, man. It's 2018.
Well, they don't blur it out.
That's why you can't. Yes, they do actually now.
Well, I got the DVD.
You can't say that no more.
That's what I look like.
Well, it's
my
too
show
late.
coming out next week.
Yeah, it's too late. I'm referring to a movie character.
This
People
guy
can't
here.
take
You
that.
were.
We all got issues.
Hey,
in
dog.
this
we got
world.
A lot of the
issues.
movies that we used to watch right now, you cannot make those movies today, or you,
Oh, you
cannot,
can't make them.
you
at
can't
all.
enjoy them the same.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Gotta
I
be-
can, but you know,
Oh, I'm
society be like, oh wow, you watch this?
Yeah, please, I'm a black man in America. I think I'd be able to take it. So
Are we moving to college football yet?
not yet.
Got a couple
So-
more minutes, man. Chill out.
Same concept with Kansas City. Kansas City is looking very entertaining, looking very good. I still am just, it's just pending
They won different.
defensive schemes being able to catch
Well,
up to what the hell they
Well,
doing.
check it out. They won. No, because think about it this week. Denver did not allow them to go out there and go damn video game football on them.
No. Well, it's
And-
Denver, though.
When the game was on the line, they still put it in Patrick Mahomes' hands, and he still made plays.
That's what you got to do.
Came
with a
down and made plays.
confident quarterback.
So you know, they like I say, they didn't win like other games. They were just out there out throwing everybody, and we just gonna sit here and we gonna launch this bitch. He gonna throw it this many times.
And he got some of the fastest people in
And
the league. That
this
shit
week,
helps.
this week he actually had to go. They had to go out, play from behind, and go down and win a game.
and put together a game plan
Yeah.
within the game. Yeah, I got you.
Let's see other news in there. Our boy back in the starting lineup,
Jamie is.
Jamie is
Okay.
Jamie is Winston.
because you know Fitzpatrick went Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
in that game. I think it might have been
goddamn-
a one game thing, but Jameis didn't look great when he came in either. But that's his
No.
first game back, so
Yeah,
That's
he
all
gotta
right.
warm.
We got-
we'll
you gotta
see
give
what
him
we'll
a-
He
see
gotta
what's
warm
what's
up.
popping. You know, when he come, you know, let's see this week how he plays, and you know, hopefully Jameis done learn some things. Oh, they got the Falcons this week. No, they don't. They got a bye week. That's what it is.
That's good.
Tampa
for
Bay
him.
is on the bye,
That's good for him.
so he
That's
get a
good for
week
him.
to get back in and
Get in that
practice,
playbook.
then see
Mhm.
what's popping.
Get his
Atlanta
legs
looking
up.
bad.
Oh, Atlanta looking real bad.
Well, no, okay. Let me
In
not say
Light
that.
Stadium, though.
They do. Not. I don't want to call them bad. They can't win games at the end. They can't close out a game.
Well, I know that.
Because they all the games they lost by like 3 points, and they've lost in like the last couple minutes of the game.
That's terrible. I know what that
So-
feels
That's
like.
some heartbreaking shit as a Falcons fan.
Yeah, you know, they're the Falcons.
I mean, and other than that, of course, shit, Khalil Mack,
Still,
Still.
defensive player of the year,
that motherfucker
Already.
Suge Knight of
Possibly-
football right now.
possibly player of the year. But I don't think they give him
Strong
player of the year,
possibility.
like overall NFL player of the year because
Nah,
he's a defensive player.
they'll
But if he
most-
continues with a sack fumble every damn game,
You kind of gotta,
yeah, you
Give it
like-
to him, like,
damn,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah, he out there balling. And right now, it's still, honestly, it's still real early. You can't see the full identity of a lot of teams right now. I mean, Green Bay.
You kind of
is-
know. You kind of know who's who though.
Yeah,
Like, look, these
with Green Bay is
these-
like, you know, they still getting right. They got Rodgers back, and then still a little slow right now.
No, Rodgers gonna be what he is, but
Yeah, New York's trash.
Giants are trash. Jets are
Jets are
trash.
trash.
Just trash.
The Browns appear to be fun to watch, but they still the Browns.
I mean, you know what's gonna happen.
What,
Hey, they got
gonna be
that
the
big.
Browns.
They got that
That's
big
what I'm
Thursday night
saying.
victory last week. I mean, the week before.
They
When
did
when
put
they
up a lot of
Baker-
It's
points.
still like
though.
watching the Titanic. You know what happened at the end.
Shit, but the Titanic. That shit is watching Atlantis. That shit been underwater.
Khalil Mack
The
right
Browns
now
is-
got 5 sacks,
Fast.
17.
Wait, Khalil Mack is a real person.
Yeah,
Khalil
he
Mack
played
is
for the
a-
Raiders,
he's
and then
a-
they ain't want to give him
Okay,
his money
okay, y'all gonna laugh at me. Okay, he played for the Browns.
for the Bears.
Okay, listen. So
Oh,
I'm
he
telling
keeps
you,
sounding like
whenever
Kevin
I
Hart.
hear-
Okay.
Listen,
No, okay.
that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, come on,
Y'all
hold on,
gonna laugh.
wait.
You're
Hold
gonna
on.
laugh, you're gonna laugh. So, do y'all remember the movie Draft Day?
Yeah, with Kevin Costner.
Okay, so Black Panther played somebody Mac.
Oh,
And-
did he?
And every time somebody say Khalil Mack, I'm like, it was a character. Like, in
you're
my
not-
mind.
Wait. So we're not gonna just say this man's name, Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah, Black Panther.
Black Panther.
All right, well, fuck it.
Every other role he played before that, nah, dog.
It don't matter.
Nah,
He's
He done
Black
played
Panther.
all kind of important people
That
in
dude, he
life.
been Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson and all. Nah.
Yeah, he was Jackie Rabbit, Thurgood Marshall.
You are King T'Challa.
It's
Yeah,
T'Challa.
nigga. Black Panther. nigga.
T'Challa played. I want to say it was like.
T'Challa played for the Browns.
Right.
The
Okay,
Browns.
so Draft Day was about the Browns.
Yeah,
Correct.
And he played. I want to say it was a name like Khalil Mack. So every time somebody say Khalil Mack, I think about T'Challa.
Nah,
Anytime I
that's a
think
real dude,
about,
man.
anytime
That's
I
a
think
real
about
dude.
Khalil Mack, and I'm looking like, yeah.
But the
And I
crazy
can't
part
think
is I
of-
remember hearing him in college, so I know this is a real person, but my mind just don't register the
Real
whole.
dude.
Oh no, I'm worse than that. I was sitting there talking about like, yeah, Mac, but my brain don't say Khalil. it always says Alvin Mack from the damn program.
It was Vontae Mack in the
Draft day.
Draft day. Yeah.
I knew. So yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
and
why I keep I can't put it together.
Alvin Mack was in the program. He'd be out
Yeah.
in the field. You the one that shot my little brother. I'm gonna kill you. Before he said, and then dude cut his legs and from Iowa. Ended his whole NFL dreams because he wasn't that smart.
God damn.
He was,
Y'all
like,
so
he
special.
couldn't. He was like, you see what that say? That say Adidas. It's like,
The fucking
but that's the dude. I
program.
mean, what that dude
Vontae
playing?
Mack,
He used to
that's
play in
what I'm
all the.
thinking of.
He was the black dude in all the little movies like that. He'd always had a little bit part or something. He played.
I can't remember the guy you're talking about. I had to
You
go
know
back
who
and
he
look.
is.
I know who
He played
is.
Featherstone in Unnecessary Roughness. The wide receiver couldn't catch. He played.
Just let's move on with this.
Yeah, we gonna
sports,
move.
'cause,
College football, man. Oh no, finish the NFL. though.
Finally, y'all can come back now.
No, it ain't a whole lot of. It ain't a whole lot left.
I mean,
with
it's NFL. It's week 5.
Dolphins are the
Never mind, go
Dolphins.
back.
The Texans, they the Texans.
Texans got Dallas this week though, so
That's gonna be a hype game.
That's
you
gonna
know
be a good game.
it's
That's
gonna be
a hype game.
it's the
It's gonna be hype as
I-45
hell.
war.
It is.
I-45.
It is. Seattle's pretty mediocre right now.
And they just got even more. I think they're going to get lit.
49ers.
They're going to get lit this weekend. 49ers are who they're going to be because
They who they
Garoppolo
gonna
is
be.
hurt for the year.
Oh yeah. So
They could always bring back Colin. Heard he looking for a job.
Not going to happen.
Nah.
I know. It
happen.
just sounds like a good idea.
Shit. Panthers.
I mean, they were on the bye last week, but the Panthers ain't bad. So,
No, they're not.
like I say,
bad.
I think this next set of games, this is where you will start seeing teams separate themselves. You'll start seeing teams who are probably going to make a playoff run. You're going to start seeing them move, and the teams who aren't that great, you'll continue to be not great.
It's put up a shut up. The second quarter of the season is put up.
Games
a
to
shut
watch
up
this
by far.
weekend, real quick. Games to watch.
I just lost it.
Cincinnati, Miami that's a game. They both 3-1. Kansas City and Jacksonville. That's the game.
That is a damn
Kansas
game.
City's offense against Jacksonville's defense. That will be legit.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, Jacksonville is top. Yeah, it's one of the top teams out there.
Who else? The Rams in Seattle. Once upon
Y'all
a
can
time-
watch the Packers and the Lions.
Oh yeah. Oh, I am. But
It's a big divisional game. Of
The
course.
Giants and the Panthers. Okay.
nah, Giants are trash. But we do want to see because you want to see what Odell gonna do. You want to see what Saquon
I was
Barkley
about to
gonna
say,
do.
we watch all day regardless.
The other big game is gonna be Dallas and Houston, and then on Monday night it's if I can.
You gonna
Saints
skip the Rams
Redskins.
and Seahawks? You said Rams?
Yeah, Rams and Seahawks. But and before Earl Thomas got hurt, it'd have been a lot more, with that. But I don't really know what.
True.
But Seattle, I mean, they got Russell, so you can. You still want to watch the Seattle Seahawks. So you Seattle and Rams, then Dallas and Houston Monday night. Washington and New Orleans, and I mean, you want to see. Oh, I do want to watch New Orleans because this is the week that
Actually, New Orleans is pretty damn good.
Drew Brees can possibly break Peyton Manning's all-time passing records and go
But you should
over
Google it.
71. It's like 71. He's only like 200 yards away from
You don't have
passing.
to watch that whole trash game to see that. You can just Google the highlights.
I like watching the Saints play though.
All right, college football.
Boom.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and just take the mic off and let Angie.
No, we're gonna do the top 25. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. I thought you had.
See, I'm gonna
bars.
be real even.
Man, we know what the top 25 is. Bama, and Mo
I'm
Bama.
just so sick of it.
But you know what? Like, as much as we hate Bama and we sour to them, like this year they are actually the super complete team.
Them motherfuckers
They are a
got a
complete team this
quarter
year.
back.
They ended up.
and okay, so let's talk about that.
Go for it.
Let's talk about Alabama's quarterback. I didn't watch the Bama game this week.
I don't think
but
you needed to.
They were telling me that if they let Jalen Hurts play this week, then they couldn't burn his red shirt.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, he
So
played.
did he play?
Yeah, he played.
So that's over.
Yeah, he was this game fine. He played. Yeah, but he already said he was gonna play. It was kind of understood that was gonna happen. He wasn't transferring during the year, so he's playing. And him and Tua didn't even play in the second half. In the second half, they went all reserves because they were like, "Man, we up 40, and
Yeah,
it is no reason
yeah,
to just
yeah.
It's
a fact.
choke slam whichever Division One."
I think they're out of division teams every week, but I guess they get to play the same team.
Well, no, they
everybody else
played. Last week was like a group of 5 team. It was like Louisiana Lafayette or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
They
but
play for homecoming.
yeah, you know, which ain't gonna make no homecoming game a real game. So what you got? Bama 1, Georgia 2, Ohio State 3.
What's interesting is that Georgia's only behind Alabama for first place by about 90 points.
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
interesting.
but Georgia
They
has
don't
not
get
looked
that
good.
close though.
Georgia hasn't looked good.
But I'm saying it's only by 90 points. Alabama usually is up by like 200 points.
But
for first place.
those are votes though. That's just more for the more vote wise. And Alabama's gonna get all the first place votes. I don't know.
They didn't get all of them.
I mean, I don't
OSU
know.
and Clemson also
I don't know how
received first place
Clemson
votes.
got first place votes because Clemson, they haven't looked good. They haven't looked like dominant Clemson all
I said
season.
OSU. I meant Ohio. Okay, I was thinking Ohio State, but I think I was thinking
Yeah,
Oklahoma State.
them bombs.
Ohio State. So Ohio State and Clemson both received. They were the only other two to receive first place votes.
Yeah,
LSU
Ohio State
being
actually
number
looked
5,
good.
I think, is a bit of a stretch.
Nah, man, because Ohio State got wins.
No, I said LSU.
I mean that's what I meant. LSU. They
got wins, but them being number 5, I think, is a stretch.
nah.
You think in the grand scheme is a stretch?
Yeah, because,
not so much.
No, because this is what happened. Their schedule, you'll start to see, and then their schedule, whatever it is, it'll start to play out, and you'll see if they continue to win, then hey, they deserve to be ranked where they are. But I think it's going to play out of like they play Florida this weekend. Florida's 4-1. They win against Florida. LSU 6-0. That means they got to win over Auburn. I mean, a ranked Auburn team, a ranked Florida team.
Is Florida ranked?
Florida's 2-2 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was ranked.
Yeah.
Probably just happened.
Where the hell is they?
Yeah, it did just happen this week.
Okay, so like I say, if LSU wins, they'd have wins over. My bad. They have wins over a 8th ranked Miami team, first game of the year, a 7th ranked Auburn team.
Where's Miami at now?
I mean, I don't know. Where
17.
They're 17.
Okay, yeah. So that's three top 25 wins.
Yeah.
I can't knock that.
Okay.
You know, LSU
They'll hit the gamut.
and then. But then that next game, they got Georgia, then they got Mississippi, then they got Bama. So those next 3 games, you will see where LSU is. Are they real or are they not? If they split in these next 4 games, they go 2-2. They won't go to the playoff, but you will say LSU is a pretty good team.
They're decent.
Yeah, but I'm saying, these next 4 games is LSU's gauntlet. That's when you will see what they are.
Notre Dame was interesting this week. I actually watched part of that
Notre
game.
Dame wouldn't change quarterbacks. Now Notre Dame okay, our offense clicking now, and y'all
Notre
better.
Dame is a tough ass
y'all better
team
watch
to play
out.
right now. Now, speaking of tough teams to play, I want to give a special look at this Red River Shootout.
Texas, man, which
It's
at the
going
beginning of the
down.
year, you would not. It was going to always be an interesting game.
I mean,
because
that's always going to be a good game.
and OU is always interesting. Texas is actually playing well now.
They playing really
and
well.
I think they may give Oklahoma a run, but man,
That's number 19 and number
Oklahoma-
7.
Oklahoma look good. I mean, because Kyler
I
Murray
agree.
out there balling.
Oklahoma does look good. That's
They
a
look
big
good.
middle finger to Texas A&M.
Seeing as that's looking like the biggest game of the weekend,
Yeah, it
who
is.
y'all taking?
I'm still taking LSU.
Where-
I mean, not LSU. I'm still. It's in.
Taking LSU in
it's
that game, too. He really believe
It's
in
at. It's at the
LSU.
Cotton Bowl. I'm taking Oklahoma.
He really believe in LSU.
I was still looking at their schedule.
He like LSU anyway. That's his other
I
team.
do
Yeah.
like LSU.
Yeah, that's my other squad.
I do like LSU.
I'm gonna ride the Texas wave.
I don't think so.
They confidence is high.
Confidence high, but they got
Last time
Oklahoma win that game.
Last time y'all were in here, it was TCU.
We were talking about TCU
Yeah,
and Texas,
we both
and
took
Texas
TCU,
and Texas won.
and you took Texas.
And yeah,
I'ma
Texas.
stay
Texas
on
got
that.
over that beginning of the year hurdle,
Stay on
losing
it.
to Maryland. Then they didn't turn it around.
Keep that same energy. We won't be upset, but I think Oklahoma gonna win that game.
I think Oklahoma will too.
So, other top 25
Florida
games.
LSU. I'm taking LSU because I don't
Of
believe in
course,
Florida.
Florida is not that
Ooh.
good, and they beat us this weekend. And
I'm about to be
Florida's
like,
not
they
that
beat
good.
Joe Lewis ass.
They did beat Joe Lewis.
They beat Joe Lewis ass last
They
week.
did beat Joe Lewis ass, but Joe Lewis is 187 years old. Joe Lewis is 187 years old.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how old he was, but y'all know y'all got y'all ass. beat.
I don't know how old he was.
Listen.
I can't stand either one of y'all. I don't know how old he was, but I know he
There's a lot
got
of
a
people
valuable.
It's a lot of people that missed that. A lot of people didn't catch that reference.
Oh, man.
But I
man,
did
shit
say
is
that
funny
Florida
to
was
me.
still trash, and they probably won't win another game. And Florida is who whooped my school, Mississippi State.
Do y'all stand a shot at Auburn
But
at
was it a
all?
whooping though? Absolutely.
It wasn't. No, because
not.
they won 13-6. Y'all just look trash on offense.
Okay, so I gotta spill my spiel about Mississippi State, and then I'll be done. As if I haven't already done this before. Like, of course, I was excited to see Joe Moore. I was excited that Dan Mullen left. I'm keeping that same energy. I'm glad he's gone. And the reason I say that is because Dan Mullen was interviewing for jobs literally every weekend that he was in Starkville for the last 5 years.
Trying to get the bag.
As soon as the game over with, he was interviewing for jobs. Mm-hmm. So I'm done with him. We've been done with him. When he dropped the Egg Bowl that's the biggest game. Like, if you don't know what the Egg Bowl is, this is when Mississippi State play Ole Miss. This is not just a game. This is for home. This is hometown recruiting. Yeah. This is how you get your players out the state. Yep. Everybody is at that game, and that's the game that everybody decide what school they're going to.
Look for the duffel bags on the side.
And
duffel bag
every
game.
Other in-state rivalry game, duffel bag game.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And we lost some key players in that game. And he had just completely checked out because he had already scheduled an interview like 3 hours before the game started with Tennessee. Like, he was standing on the sidelines the whole time like this.
Just looking.
Oh, okay, y'all didn't score.
I'm over this.
What time is And you can see it on his face. Like, he didn't even have to announce he had an interview. And then didn't get a Tennessee job. And we was going to keep him. I'm sick of being soft. Yeah. He should have been gone. As soon as he got his ass on that airplane, he should have been packing up his house. I'm going to tell you. Listen. I'm going to tell you because I said Mississippi State will never, ever, 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 ever be more than a middle of the pack team until we get gutter like Alabama. I'm going to tell you what Alabama did. I don't fool with Alabama. You know I don't because them people crazy. They would kill you. If they lose the game,
they will kill you.
I remember which year?
And call Feinstein.
Which year is that? 2-3 years ago when Alabama lost that one game. They literally lost one game.
Alabama will give you that one loss.
But wait,
because they ain't paying.
They came off a championship season.
The one they lost to Ole Miss.
And then they lost to Ole Miss.
Right.
And that was in Oxford.
Yeah.
When they got back to Tuscaloosa, it was a U-Haul parked in front of Nick Saban's house.
God.
That is gangster. That is game. This man's won a national championship.
Even though it never happened.
You got 4 rings, and you lost one game by like 4 points or 3 points or whatever. It was
crazy.
A U-Haul parked out in front of his house, and people was like, you got to go. If you can't do no better than this, you got to go. Until you get that gangster, until you have that type of swag.
That's just motivation.
And have that kind of attitude, we won't win.
Don't worry. I say the same thing about Michigan.
Joe Moorhead
I've been trying to get a new bag man for years.
Big Ten, and I know y'all Big Ten people. Mm-hmm. We have talked about this ad nauseum. The Big Ten schemes don't work in the SEC. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Low key, his scheme can work, but Fitzgerald can't throw. Mm-hmm. He don't have a quarterback. He don't have a quarterback.
He actually does have a quarterback in Keaton Thompson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He don't.
Mm-hmm. He's not playing his quarterback.
Right.
And the reason that he's not playing his quarterback is because the money bags in Mississippi want Fitzgerald to win a Heisman, which is never gonna happen.
No,
he's not that good.
That ship sailed.
Let that crackhead go. Let him go.
That ship sailed, buddy.
He was suspended the first season from what I understand for.
Little booger sugar.
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm telling you what the people told me. Okay, and so listen. Keaton Thompson is the future, and then I heard people talking about we need to put our bid in for the dude that's leaving Clemson. I don't know him because I've not watched him.
Kelly Bryant,
the quarterback. But we do have a quarterback issue. And if we don't solve the quarterback issue, we're about to hit the gamut. So this week is Auburn. Then we got a bye week. The week after that is LSU. Then it's Alabama.
You have to stretch.
Dude, we might not win 6 games.
Yeah.
And that's reality because our gimme games was Florida. Our gimme games are, if you play in the SEC West, your gimme games is the SEC East games. You got to win those games. That's like playing homecoming. The East is weak except for Georgia. That's the one you don't want to see.
And Joe Louis got their ass whooped twice in a row.
But I'm going to give credit where credit is due.
To Kentucky.
I'm going to give credit to Kentucky. Kentucky is having a year. Mm-hmm. And I can't hate on nobody having a year because I remember 2015 when didn't nobody see us coming.
They played.
Kentucky is having a year.
Mississippi State can say the first playoff ranking that ever came out in college football. Mississippi State was the number 1 team.
You can ask Siri. I do it sometimes to make myself feel better.
I feel you.
Siri, who's the first number 1 team in the college playoffs? The first number 1 team in the college playoffs was Mississippi State. I do it sometimes just when I get up in the morning just to get going. Just to get going. But
just to make your teeth white.
Just to get my teeth, to get me going and make me feel like I've accomplished. Listen, I don't know what Joe Moorhead doing.
It's his first year.
He's not okay, but I need you to show emotion. I need you to be into the game. I think he is in over his head. I don't think he understands what SEC football is really about. He's not, and he's getting in these press conferences after the game and refusing to change his scheme. He gets up there and was like, "Well, it'll come together next week." No, the hell it won't. Next week we got Auburn. You don't get breaks in the SEC. It's gonna get worse.
Ain't no
Check this out. After the year, he didn't have a whole year to fully recruit, and then the bag man ain't had a whole year to work.
Here's the thing.
You gotta give him a chance.
Here's the thing. And
Alabama didn't come out. When Nick Saban his first year in Alabama, Alabama went 6. They went 6-6. You got to give it a year.
Here's the thing, though. He's not changing. He's not adjusting. That's my thing. He's refusing to adjust. And if you do not adjust in this league, you will get monkey stomped. Dude that used to be the coach down there at Texas A&M. You got to adjust in this league. If you don't adjust in this, Jimbo Fisher finna learn real quick. It ain't gonna go like you think it's gonna go in the ACC. This is different. This is a different league. This is the junior. This is the, how many teams in the NFL?
32.
It's 33. 33, 34, 35, and 36 is in the SEC West. This is real talk. This is real life. And if he don't make these adjustments, I give him 2 years. His ass has to go.
You got some knocking bottles over and shit.
And that's just the honest to God truth. Now we can get to something like you wanted me to spill what I had to spill.
That's what we want.
I'll wait for that after the
I'm
Kentucky game.
emotional about it because here's the thing. You say he haven't recruited his players, and that's fine. He didn't inherit a bad team.
Yeah, he got it's not y'all defense.
The quarterback is terrible.
It's not y'all defense. It's your offense.
Our front seven is
which is
NFL
the same reason.
Talent.
But the same reason that you guys lost games last year was because of your offense. Y'all defense kept y'all in games. Y'all didn't have the offense
but
to do it.
But actually, we finally have an offensive line that makes Fitzgerald kind of look like he know what he's doing.
But he can't throw.
He can't throw. But you got a quarterback that can throw. You got a quarterback that can throw. Did y'all watch? Y'all probably didn't.
I saw it.
He broke his leg in the Egg Bowl because Dan Mullen was out there playing Candy Crush on his damn phone, and the quarterback broke his leg in the Egg Bowl.
And what level?
And they burnt Keaton Thompson's red shirt, and he came out there and lit it up for the bowl game. Like we was like, who's this dude? We happy.
We got
this
one.
Is good. We good. And then he came back and put Fitz back at them because he's 20 yards away from being the most the quarterback with the most rushing touchdowns. He's a tight end.
You just don't want
That's why.
You don't want to break Dak records.
Let me tell you something. First of all, he is not Dak. Because Dak would launch that every now and then.
He ain't Mississippi State Dak. I like Mississippi State back.
And he ain't playing nowhere on Sundays.
I don't give a damn about this.
So put Keaton in the game and let us win some games. If we don't get the 6 games, I already took off. Well, I took off for the first week in January because I thought we was going to get us a New Year's 6 game. Now I'm just going to be at home chilling.
You going to be sitting there watching the damn Alamo Bowl. playing Northwestern.
This shit going to be on at like 9 o'clock.
We played Northwestern in the bowl game 2 years ago.
Sitting there playing damn...
The goddamn Popeyes
and the Valero Bowl or some
shit. It's just disappointing. It's disappointing. I don't think we should get coaches from up north. I don't think they get it.
That goddamn Popeye chicken bowl is make it though.
I mean, you saw it happen with Burt Bielema going to Arkansas.
That shit was terrible.
He went down there and tried to play big boy, we run the ball football, and they ran his ass.
We about to see all of that this weekend.
He ran his ass.
Where did he end up at?
He ain't go nowhere this year.
He's not coaching anywhere?
No,
he got fired on the field also.
He sure did.
As soon as the game was over, they was like, I already been told that.
You know why? Because that's how we do it at the SEC. You lose your job at halftime while you going to the tunnel.
Hey, dog, don't come back out.
Hey, tunnel ain't for you. Your truck out there.
They 1-4, Arkansas, and they play Alabama this weekend.
And they about to get curb stomped.
Monkey stomp. But they did look better. Against Texas A&M.
Hey, last thing, Michigan play Maryland. We need this game before next week because next week we
should win the game.
We beat Maryland. Next week is when we start our gauntlet of Wisconsin, Michigan State, Penn State.
Can't take it off.
And we gotta our offense.
See, that's that gauntlet. That's that gauntlet that he used to. Penn State and Maryland and all that.
Not Maryland. That goddamn Penn State down.
You saw Penn State.
He was playing. He was on Penn State staff.
Yeah, and you
He,
saw.
but
and,
I'm saying his gauntlet looks different from this gauntlet that's about to come kick him in the face right now. He's playing the last 5 people that won national championships.
He about to get that back.
Everybody he playing in the next 5 weeks all won the last 5 national championships except for Ohio State,
Bring that
Auburn,
ass.
LSU, Alabama.
Bring that ass. Ooh.
We just gonna be in missionary position for the rest of the damn season.
Missionary, that's taking it light. That's romantic. No.
I really hate you right now.
You got to look them in the eyes with that. No.
Auburn might be romantical.
Take it.
But that LSU and that Alabama,
we shall see.
it's gonna be a Me Too movement out there on that field.
And we out.
I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm upset.
We ain't gonna never make it on cable. I swear to God.
Between y'all two.
Hey, I already know. I gotta make sure my child protected. He gotta go to private school, all kinds of shit.
Like a Marlon.
Mine good. He gonna go to scholarship.
Scalpers Sports Report. Thank you everybody for checking us out. Show is live on YouTube. We'll be all over the place tomorrow morning.
I'm going to Georgetown.
You going to Georgetown?
Going to
Yeah.
Georgetown. Kylie Watson.
Good night, y'all.
Happy home day. We out.
Bye. It's gonna be. Y'all know it's gonna be a movement on this field.
Bring that ass here. Bring that ass here.